Move over, kids! Sorry about that. We're a little late today. Let's see how late we are. 5 minutes late. Literally, I hit stream and my visual went out. And I know it's a podcast. What does it matter? Well, we actually do this live on Saturdays at 12? No, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I say that because one, we just moved to this time, and two, I tell the Eastern Standard Time, but I actually live in Texas, so I'm like an hour behind. So it's actually 10:06 a.m. for me, while it's 11:06 for Devin here. Did I call you Devon today? Am I still calling you Devon?
No, you haven't.
Okay, I keep, in my head, I'm calling you Devon still, actually. Devin and I have known each other for a good couple years through Facebook and collecting, and his fiance told me like 3 weeks ago that I was saying his name wrong all these years. So, Devin, what's up, man? If you were joining us last week, we implied that we would have a third host, David Castillo. He is not here with us today. Last night, I guess something like some family thing came up. Nothing bad. I was like, "Are you okay? Everything okay?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Just my family doesn't know how to plan stuff." So, that said, what's up? What's going on?
Nothing really. Just picked up this game that I've been waiting for on the Switch since it was originally being teased at that the direct that they had, called Flipping Death.
Oh yeah. How's that?
A lot of fun. A lot more. It's a lot different than I thought it was going to be, but it's an interesting game. It's like a platform puzzler.
JR Magician, what up? I recognize. What group are you from, JR? Because I know I told some people that we were going to probably do some giveaways today. I'm going to hold off, actually. The Amiibo page, I'm going to hold off on that because I wasn't able to really push it this week, and I wanted to really push the contest to get more people in and then make a big deal of it. So, yeah, Wii U collectors, yes. I am going to give away a Wii U game today, though, so thanks for stopping in. Unfortunately, the Wii U collectors group didn't really hit the number, so I said I'm still going to give away a game because I don't want to get into a point where like I do these contests and no one believes me. Because it's like, oh, well, you'd never give away a game. And I'm like, well, the rules say you have to hit 25, but whatever. The Wii U group is a little smaller of a group than our Amiibo page. So I feel that I can hit a bigger number on the Amiibo page if I push it harder. A lot of people are always skeptical. It's like, I don't know, people are just skeptical. But let's jump back to Flipping Death. What did you think Flipping Death was going to be like, and what is it like?
Well, it's been so long. I mean, they promoted the trailer back when the Switch wasn't even out yet, so I don't really remember my initial thought of it. But what it is today is it's a platform puzzler. You play as the main character. I can't remember her name right now. She goes out with her boyfriend and gets killed and goes to the spirit world and becomes a temp for Death because he wants to go on vacation to the moon. It's a very funny story.
Why does he want to go to the moon? Like, why doesn't he want to go to, like, the Bahamas or something?
His explanation is that he wants to go to the moon so he can be away from spirits, because that's the only place in the universe where no one's died.
That makes sense. Yeah. Not yet, though. Not yet. We're trying, Space Force.
Yeah, exactly. But you play as a temp for Death, and then you help these spirits get on to like the next level that they want to be at, like so they can finally rest in peace. And you use ghosts to possess people, and then when you're possessed these real humans, you can use them to do the things in the real world that you can't because you're dead now. It's an interesting concept.
I don't know. I started thinking, I was like, I made that Space Force joke, and I started thinking, I was like, I wonder if that's like, is that, don't say your affiliation or anything. I was like, does that come across as pro or con? I was hoping that came across as neutral, because I'm not going to tell you how I feel about that. So I leave all the political things. If I make a political joke, I want it to be very neutral, where both parties can either get offended or laugh. But going back, so with being the temp, do you are you deaf now? Because, like I said, I lost my track. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, she's the main character is a temporary fill-in for Death. So yeah, she becomes Death. You get the scythe and everything. It's a very interesting game.
Is this his first vacation?
Yes, I'm assuming from the way it sounds in that game.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Death's been on. I mean, like what? He's been here since existence. He deserves a vacation. You know. I feel I work a year and I want a vacation. You know. I'm like, give me my 3 weeks. You know. So I guess Death, you know, should get one. But like, who does he answer to? Does Death answer to anybody? Is there like a higher power in this game, or is it just like Death is like, I'm just gonna do what I want?
Not that I've seen so far. I've played about a couple hours of it, but it's because I was really in depth looking at everything. It's just the way I usually am with these type of games, because there's like hidden stuff that you can find too.
Gamer Cat, what's up? How are you? What a lot of these I've been promoting this on Facebook a lot. Are you from a I always have trouble saying the words specific. I say Pacific. How do you say
Specific?
Okay, what group are you from? Have either of you tried the Minute game that came out for the Switch? Have you tried the Minute game that came out for the Switch? MINIT? That's a JR Magician game.
No, I think I've seen it on the eShop, but no.
What's it like?
The last game I bought was Flipping Death.
What's it like? Do you remember what it looks like? Devin?
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to one of them. No, I think I just remember seeing the icon for it. I didn't actually look at the game.
I guess I'll have to check it out. I saw the podcast in my sub box. Oh, well, thank you very much, Gamer Cat. Are you from a Facebook group, though, or are you just one of the fans of the channel? Either way, I mean, not that it matters. We're not kicking you out or anything. This isn't an exclusive. Everyone's welcome.
Yes, we love.
Okay, Jabber just says, looks like very low graphics, but you have 1 minute plays each day. That's interesting. You can play for 1 minute a day?
Okay.
You know what? That's odd. Like, he could have said anything else, and I probably wouldn't have been interested. But the fact that he said you can only play 1 minute, I'm like, what? I can't play two? I'm going to play this game. In the day resets.
That made that sound really funny, actually.
Fans YouTube recommend me to your videos. Hey, Gamer Cat, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming. Thank you. We are this is Devin. Usually my videos range from Zelda, Nintendo. You know, a lot of times I'll say, people ask me, what is your channel about? And I'll say, it's about Zelda and Nintendo. And I always feel like I want to preface it with, like, I know Zelda is a Nintendo product, but I feel that my love of Zelda almost transcends my love of Nintendo, and I have to separate them. Because, I mean, yeah, I have them right here. For example, this is Mario. You're like, oh, well, he has Mario. Actually, I bought this because of the Zelda aspect on it. It wasn't the Mario thing that I bought on it. And it's like, it's just Zelda, Zelda, Zelda. And then I play everything Nintendo. I love Nintendo. I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I don't know if Nintendo fanboy is a term that's looked down upon anymore, but I own it. Like, I should just put it on my sleeve, because I definitely wear the Nintendo fanboyness on my sleeve. But thank you, Gamer Cat. Hey, JR Magician from the Wii U group. What? You saw my post. I said I was going to give away something today. I do want to give away something. I didn't make it to the 25, so I'm going to give away, what did I say? Mass Effect or the Lego Movie, I think. What game of those two would you want if you could have one of those? While you do that, let's keep talking. But yeah, I want to figure out this Minute game. I want to play that now. I might buy it.
I'm actually looking that up right now.
All right, look it up and read it to me, because I want to find this out. Now let's. I'm gonna dive into a couple other things. let's talk about Smash Brothers. Huge news. And man, a lot of people were talking about how Smash Brothers. I did a video where I was like, I told you so, internet. I told you so. I told you that was going to be awesome. And it's like everybody was saying, do we need another Nintendo Direct about Smash Brothers? And while it would have been nice to hear a couple things, that seems like the criticism going around right now is that, and when I say criticism, even the people that are making the criticism, it's like, we're just trying to figure out the criticism. JR Magician, you're the winner. You know what? You're the winner. You showed up for the podcast. You're the winner. So I'm going to send you the Lego game. I'm surprised with the new Fighters Gamer Cat. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. JR Magician, my name is Ken Skinner on Facebook. Email me your address. You are the official winner of the Wii U contest. Thank you for joining the channel. And but
yes, thank you.
Gamer Cat, I was surprised too. And not only was I surprised, and speaking of death, they straight up murdered Luigi. What's up with that?
There's all kinds of like fan theories going on right there that apparently Luigi's not real, which Luigi is my favorite character.
A Sixth Sense kind of thing where he's like only Mario sees him.
Yeah, basically, I'm like but that gets a little scary because like look at how little games he's actually in.
Yeah, maybe. No, he has to be real. Otherwise, what's Waluigi?
True.
Yeah, R.I.P. brother Luigi. That's what Gamer Cat's saying. No problem, JR Magician. Thank you. I'll be doing more contests, maybe on the YouTube channel or in different groups, so you can get some better prizes because I got stuff to give away, people. But R.I.P. Luigi. Yeah, that was shocking, actually. Nintendo has pulled back a lot with the Switch in regards to, I wouldn't say, I mean, it's still family friendly, but man, they are straight up reversing major unspoken taboos that they wouldn't do before. Like, for instance, that was a straight up violent death. That wasn't anything. That was literally deaths. What is that? The sheath or whatever. Scythe. A scythe coming in and straight up ripping Luigi's soul from his body, implying that, I mean, there's probably a cut or something, you know. Yeah. And when Ridley was introduced, Ridley straight up, like, what did he do? Devour Mario and Mega Man and someone else. I forget who the third person was with.
Samus was there.
Samus? Was it Samus? Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure Samus was there.
But yeah, straight up devoured. And the cool thing is, did you notice that when Ridley was twirling the hat, that's how Mario twirls his hat in Odyssey? Yeah. I did not catch that. I saw it on Facebook. I heard rumors of a spirit mode for the Smash Brothers Ultimate. That'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind.
I heard that too.
I have not. Can you tell me anything about it, the spirit mode?
Well, I didn't really know any information about it besides that, because they were saying that in the video with Ridley, Mario got wrecked, and Mega Man also. In the video with King K. Rool, he smacked DDD out of the way and probably killed him too. We literally see him get killed. So that's what people were getting that idea from.
That's funny.
I found the game on there.
Okay, read me the description.
It says, Minute is a peculiar little adventure played 60 seconds at a time. Journey outside of the comfort of your home to help unusual folk. Uncover countless secrets, overcome dangerous foes, all in hopes of lifting a rather unfortunate curse that ends each day after just 1 minute. Minute is a collaboration between Kitty Callis, there's a few different names. Okay, so it's probably the creators of the game, but the graphics are just as he said. They remind me of like an old NES, if not maybe Game & Watch style game.
Yeah, That
Sounds
reminded
pretty interesting.
That image reminded me of a Game Boy. Okay, wait a second though. So you got 60 seconds to play. Riley, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. So far we've talked about the death of Luigi, and I gave out one video game. Tell me, Devin, does it say that you can only play 60 seconds a day, or is it basically like I stop playing for 60 seconds and an hour later I can play again, or even like, or
it
does
doesn't explicitly say that you can only play 60 seconds. I think it's just it says played in 60 seconds at a time. So maybe I don't know. It sounds like an interesting game though. I don't think they would charge you
how much?
$10 to only play 60 seconds a day. That seems a little weird, but it does sound like an interesting game.
I think it would work though. I kind of want to. I want it because of that aspect. And if not, maybe I should make that game. I actually am talking. I'm actually talking to a game developer right now. Small time, but he's made like 2 games for the Wii U, Shadow Archer, and shoot, I'm forgetting the other game. And he's coming up with another game right now that I can't talk about. And he asked if I wanted to like beta it, and I was like, heck yeah. JR Magician says, I think the day resets in the game after 60 seconds. Okay, so that implies to me that it's like 60 seconds and then you can play another 60 seconds or something like that. I don't know. I'm interested. I'm probably going to YouTube that. I said I was going to do a review every week, and I'm actually behind. The Smash Brothers thing just, like, killed me. And then next week, my actual day job is going to kill me. So I'm like, I got to figure out something to review. And right now, I'm probably just going to do Fallout Shelter because I know that game inside out right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see, GamerCat. Is it just me, or does Mega Man get wrecked a lot in Smash Brothers trailers? Yeah, you know, I guess he does. That's the downside of not being a complete Nintendo IP.
But the other thing on the topic of Smash, that green blob that we don't know what it is yet, there's a lot more people along with saying that spirit mode or whatever that may be, that it's definitely the story. Because if you heard when they brought out Rathalos from the Monster Hunter, they specifically said boss. Where else would a boss be showing up? And they also said Alucard would show up as a boss.
Oh, there you go. That's good. That's good to know.
I think they probably peppered that in there just to see if people would catch it. I think they're bringing the story mode back.
Oh, man, I wish you would have said something. I could have used that on my thing. Riley,
well,
I hear you.
I actually only just noticed it the other day.
You noticed it or you heard it?
I noticed it myself.
Oh, okay,
I watched the video again, and I'm like,
That could be a Devin Game Theory exclusive you heard first on that I'll probably steal later in the week for one of my videos. He doesn't have his YouTube channel set up, so I can steal whatever he. Riley, yeah, hard sale on that minute game. I'll tell you what, give me a minute, and I will give me like 48,000 minutes, and I'll do a review on it. Hopefully, maybe I'm gonna watch it a little, see if I like it, but it's interesting to me. But I had a theory also. I posted it on YouTube. I was really hoping it would kind of take off. I'm still looking for that really viral video to put my channel in the stratosphere. So I had a theory that, and tell me what you think about it, that no more any word on a Smash Brother EPS 5000. Hey buddy, how are you today? No word on a Smash Brother bonus just yet, JR Magician, unless you're including the Smash Brothers bundle from Europe, and that will be an actual Wii U with a
Switch, you mean?
Yeah, Switch, sorry. Yeah, that would be crazy. It would be an actual Switch with the game, a GameCube controller, and a GameCube adapter for your Switch. Which brings me to this point, actually, so that's a good segue. Thanks, JR Magician, for that question. Will there be any more Smash Brothers characters? And you said you caught that there might be a story mode based upon what they said. And so I and EPS 5000 asked me. I purposely didn't actually answer any comments on that video because I didn't want to... I didn't want people to know if I was joking or not, actually, because I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. It was kind of like, based upon what they said, it could be true. However, I do actually feel that there will probably be more characters. So I didn't want to say anything. I kind of wanted that video to just say whatever for itself. But I do feel that I could be right still. And you're up there getting a Steelbook for Smash. Oh, I didn't know that. Steelbook for Smash. So we'll have to import that.
Yeah, I think I'm doing that now.
I'm totally importing that. So thanks for letting us know.
Imagine if the Steelbook has like the artwork of all those characters across the entire thing. That would be really nice.
Or they did just like where the whole thing was just covered with characters. Like there wasn't even any white space. It was just like a blob of stuff. I hope also for that green blob to be a that green blob to be a story mode, Riley. And yes, Magician, the Wii U had a Steelbook. I have the Steelbook, actually, if anybody wants to see it. Let me know. If somebody wants to see it, I'll pull it out. But I posted on my channel that they said that every character has been... They're going to reveal every character, and then because the EU revealed the Switch box, I basically said that, is this the final roster? Because... Riley, I'll get it out for you in a second. They said, with the artwork, does that mean it's the final roster? Because if everyone's included, downloadable content doesn't count. Downloadable content, stuff that's released after the fact. I'm talking about right now, is that it? Are we topping out at 70? Because they released the artwork for Twitter on the EU version. What's your thoughts on that? Like I said, I feel I could be right about that, but I also feel, just in my heart of hearts, that they're probably going to get more. But I think that I'm going to be, if I'm right, I'm going to be like, I told you so. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to be like,
yeah.
So tell me.
In my opinion, I think you're right. Only on the basis that, like the box, like you said, and I don't know. I feel like they're already doing too much, because if they added any more content into this game, we would have to have like a download on top of it, which I already think we're going to do. Which is kind of scaring me a little bit because of memory on the Switch in the first place, but...
Yeah, I definitely want a game... My thing is, I prefer games that I don't have to download anything to, really. I mean, I guess a fix is okay. I prefer not for that, even. But I don't want to have to download 8 gigs of stuff, and not because of memory space, just because in 20 years from now, if my Switch breaks, or this, or that, I want to be able to buy it and put it in and play that game. And yeah, I might have bugs at that point, but I don't want to like be missing 8 gigs worth of stuff. Like LA Noire, you can't buy a day one copy of LA Noire and play it 20 years later on a brand new Switch because it won't have that thing. And I'm not saying bad. I'm glad LA Noire is on the Switch. They had to do what they had to do. It's a third party publisher. Thank you, Rockstar, for bringing us LA Noire. Go buy LA Noire if you're into mature games. But on the flip side, this is Smash Brothers. I'm not going to play LA Noire in 30 years. I want to play Smash Brothers in 30 years.
Yeah. I like JR's comment there saying Reggie's the final character.
Oh, man. That would be... Ha! Oh, I would main him, and my pocket would be an alternate skin, okay?
That would be funny.
Of Reggie.
Oh, I agree. Bubsy would be awesome. I love that character. Even though most people on the planet hate those games, I always have loved them.
I've never played those games. I know who he is though. Look at EPS 5000's question. Do you think they will use the 32 gig card? I'm thinking so. One of my
I definitely think so.
One of my commenters, I talked to him afterwards, so he clarified. I think there was a misunderstanding. He basically was saying, these cards can get up to a terabyte. And I was like, yeah, but right now they're only at 16 gig. And there was, I think, a misunderstanding because right now they're not going to use a terabyte card. They're just not. That would be insanely expensive. I mean, they don't even have terabyte SD cards out right now. But I think they have to use 32 gig. If you remember, the Wii U Smash Brothers was so big, they had to use actually a special disc for the Wii U, and it actually had trouble playing on some of the older Wii U's because it was so thick. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I actually didn't know it either until I started looking up stuff in regards to the Smash Brothers for this one, because I was afraid that I was like, how are they going to do it? Are we going to have to download half the game? If I had to, I would do it, and I would actually even defend Nintendo. I'm just really hoping we don't. I think.
Yeah, I'm still gonna do it.
I think this will be Nintendo's first 32 gig game. I know they said they were holding off, but I mean, at the end of the day,
the sheer content that they got in there. I don't know how this stuff works, but 800 tracks, 100 music tracks. I mean, 100 or so stages, all 70 characters, just everything about them. I mean, it's gonna be a big game.
Yeah, it has to be a big game. Like I said, every Smash Brothers has gotten bigger. Unlike, and I mean data wise, unlike a lot of like Mario games and stuff. Mario games, like Nintendo's really been behind the times in regards to like content and graphics, so they were able to get away with like, for example, Mario. We're all like looking at Mario Odyssey like it's this wonderful, beautiful game, and it is, but in reality, it's still probably behind the times in regards to how much data to put into something. But Smash Brothers is cutting edge. I mean, there is no other game like Smash Brothers with that amount of content. And I mean, each character with their specific with their moveset and everything, it's like, it's really insane. DLC could throw every theory out of the window. Yeah, I mean, I really don't want DLC, but I'd be fooling myself to think that we're not getting DLC, especially with what they were able to do with Smash Bros. On the Wii U 3DS. We're going to get DLC, and like I said, I'm okay with that content. I'm okay with that content, but I don't want day one content to be DLC. I don't want to have to download a patch, fine, because you can always find bugs, and we're always going to find bugs. And
yeah,
I mean, this isn't 20 years ago. We can't just delay this game 3 years. In today's culture, we have to just get this game out.
Yeah,
there's just no way about it. So you are thinking though that no more characters because of is it because of what I said about that artwork? Because in reality, they could just add. It could just be a template artwork. They could just easily add more people to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's that too, but I don't know. I just, on a business standpoint, I don't think they're going to go through putting it all out and saying, okay, here's the artwork for the box, if it wasn't complete.
I will devil advocate you there in that at the end of E3, they had the complete artwork, and then at the end of this Direct, they added like 5 people to the complete artwork. And that was kind of unique. I liked how they added characters to the mural.
Yeah, but I think they did that on purpose. Like, yeah, it's complete, but there's still those little open spots all over the mural there that, I don't know. I feel like they obviously were planning it the whole time, but
yeah, I think they could, like I said, I feel that they're probably going to add like, I don't know, 70 is a nice round number, though. I will say that. But 75... Yeah. And Sakurai did say this, too, at E3. He's like, we're not going to add that many characters. But right now, he's already added, what, 7? Is it 7? We have... I'm including Echoes. Richter, Chrom, Daisy, Ridley, Simon...
King K. Rool.
King K. Rool. How did I forget him? King K. Rool. Originally, there were no open spots. They moved it around for the new characters. Oh, EPS 5000. I didn't know that. And if that's the case,
I didn't notice that either.
If that's the case, if they did move him around, I'll have to look. But I mean, EPS, he usually fact checks me, so or corrects my facts. So I tend to believe him. But if that's the case, then they can easily move anyone around. If it's not set in stone, the mural, then that would add credence to adding more characters. So is that it, though? Box Boy would be an interesting add. Yeah, Box Boy would. And he's not been revealed as a trophy yet. So that's 6. Was there one more character? I feel there was one more. Who did they introduce? Ridley, Daisy. They must have introduced someone at E3. Someone else. Ink Girl.
Yeah.
I think right now, Ink Girl, she was introduced so long ago, she almost feels like she's been there forever.
Yeah. She kind of got buried, though, like, unfortunately. there's a lot of Splatoon fans, but as soon as everybody saw like Simon and King K. Rool jump in, I think everybody mostly forgot about those two.
She had her moment anyways with the eyeball and the that was literally the best reveal of all time, and it was so cool also because it was such on a like. It was kind of on a down Nintendo Direct. It was like really down. Hey, talk for a minute. I want to find my Steelbook and show Riley. Hang on a second.
All right, no problem. But yeah, I definitely agree with Ken though. Like, I hope we get more characters, but inwardly, I don't think we really need it because that game is going to be gigantic. But moving on, like, while he gets this, I really hope that I can actually track down that Steelbook. I don't have a Steelbook for the Switch besides the Mario Kart, to be honest. And I've never actually seen this one that he's getting. So I'm interested to see it as well, Riley.
All right, so this is your Smash Brothers for Wii U cover.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny that the trainer doesn't get more love.
Yeah.
And here is your Canada only. It was in the Future Store for the Wii U. Future Shop, actually. And this one's still sealed, so I'm not going to open it. You have Zelda. Diddy's an interesting choice that they chose to put on instead of Donkey Kong, but it might have just been for room. Because Diddy, you instantly think Donkey Kong. And then that's Pit. You can't really show him, but this is the cover. And then looks like that's Twilight Princess Link.
Did they get... Oh, sorry. Did they sell that kind of like the Best Buy did the Mario Kart one, where it's empty?
Yeah, it's empty.
Oh.
Yeah, it just came with it. They also... Future Shop, yep. They also had... The Future Shop also had one for Epic Mickey 2... and Super Mario Wii U. I think there was a Call of Duty one, like for the Black Ops, but I'm not sure if that was specifically for the Switch. Those other ones were. And I guess you could say the Epic Mickey could have been for every other one too, because, well, whatever. And this Future Shop actually had a Skyward Sword Steelbook also. So I don't know what Future Shop is. Is it like more like GameStop, or is it more like Best Buy? I don't know.
I've never even heard of it.
I gave to my nephew before I started collecting, so I have to haggle with them at some point. I did that with my nephew too. A long time ago, I got out of video gaming for a minute and gave him all my old Game Boy games. And now my nephew...
Dear Lord.
I know. And now my nephew is like 19. Yeah, I'm old. I'm 38, guys. And so he knows what it's worth, and I've told my name's Uncle Hardcore. I made him call me Uncle Hardcore. It was during wrestling when wrestling was super popular. There was hardcore wrestling, and so I was like, call me Uncle Hardcore, and so they still call me Uncle Hardcore though, but now it probably just looks really weird. But whatever. But so now I'm like, he's like, I taught him. He's like, Uncle Hardcore, you taught me not to just give away stuff. I'm like, I know, but I want my games back. He's like, what are you going to give me? I'm like, dang it.
That's really funny.
Oh. It was bought out by Best Buy recently. Okay, so Future Shop is a Best Buy. Oh, it was bought out recently. So, well, that's probably good for us Americans, meaning we don't have to worry about exclusive Steelbooks. If it was bought out by Best Buy... Well, Best Buy in America will probably get those. Yep, GamerCat. What did I tell you? I said 3 Steelbooks for the Wii U if you include the Epic Mickey one. But there is a Steelbook for Skyward Sword. So, what else we got going on? It looks cool, but I honestly expected more stuff and artwork on the Steelbook. Yeah. The Zelda one has a little more artwork. Let me see. Where did I put the Zelda one? I actually might have moved that one. I got, like, if you look at, like, you can't see it, but I got, like, a lot of my stuff over here because when I film, I have to, like, rearrange this room because my closet still doesn't have floors in it from Hurricane Harvey last year, and so I haven't been able to utilize that closet. And meaning I can't stack a lot of my stuff. but whatever. So Injustice had one apparently. I didn't know Injustice had one. Steelbooks are big. I didn't realize steelbooks are bigger than I just didn't realize steelbooks were that popular.
They are. I like them a lot.
I do want the Mario 8 steelbook. Mario Kart 8, but whatever. So
I forgot we were going to arrange something for that. We never did. I still have a second one if you remember.
Oh, yeah!
Okay, I'm going to have to talk to you about that later then.
Oh, yeah. Great. I'll have to haggle him now. Let's see. What else? So, back to Smash Brothers. So, you're saying probably no more characters. I'm saying... I'm either way. I'm on the fence. I'm a politician about that one. And I'm not going to give a real answer. What else? Yeah. 800 and 900 tracks. Are you going to be using your Switch as an iPad or an MP3 player?
Honestly, probably.
I probably will,
I have an aux cable in my car, so...
Nice. Arkham City Steelbook, too. I didn't know that. Because I didn't know about a lot of Steelbooks. Are you a... JR, are you a Steelbook aficionado? My first Steelbook was the Metroid Prime trilogy for the Wii. Yeah, I have that one, actually, because...
I was never able to get that one.
Yeah, it went ultra rare, and then GameStop was able to publish more, but when they published more, it didn't have... Wait, did it have the Steelbook? I'm not sure. I don't think it had the Steelbook when they published more copies. So it's not as expensive as it once was, but if you were to get the Steelbook for Metroid Prime Trilogy, it would probably cost you a good $60 to $80. But at one point, it was fetching, I think, $150.
Yeah.
But
on the same topic as Smash, do you move into the online thing that we're, I hope, going to figure out some more information about?
Oh, yeah. So Devin the other day texted me and said, oh, look, they're releasing info on the
online service.
On the online service. And it was actually stuff that I had seen before, but it was being released on Facebook. And so I think that a lot of the Facebook people weren't really in tune with it. Because it seems like a lot of more Reddit and Twitter and YouTube people might check out the website aspect of it. They would have found out more. But Facebook people, so a lot of them seemed like a little more confined to that social media platform right there. And a lot of them were just like, really, the comments. Now, there were a lot of people were defending, but some of the comments were pretty, I don't know, just rude or entitled or toxic. I think that's the word you used earlier when we were off air. Tell me give me your take on the service, and then we'll talk about reaction.
Well, when it comes to the service, I'm definitely going to get it day one, whenever it decides to come out. I forget, sometime in September, I think they said. I love the fact that it's only $20, because like I mentioned to you, the $20 that it costs for us to get an entire year of Nintendo Switch service only gets like barely a 3-month, because on like PS4 and Xbox, because I think they're $25 for a 3-month. And the other thing that I saw is they have a family plan that's $34, and I thought it was only going to include maybe 3 people. It includes 7. And then they all get the perks of being on Nintendo Switch Online. So when it comes to the price, I don't understand people's gripes about that at all. And will never understand that.
Yes, I saw some of the things. GamerCat, yeah. I wonder where you heard that from. You know what? Wherever you did, that person sounds really smart and handsome, and you should totally get a Wii U. Very sleeper system. If you can, be on the lookout for the Zelda Wii U Wind Waker box. Now, don't spend $500. People will charge $500, and some people will even buy it. But if you keep on the lookout, you keep your eye open, you can get it for $200, $250. So don't spend $500.
GamerCat, I was able to get one on Facebook Marketplace that had a stack of like random Wii games that I didn't want, and a one of the fit boards. I got it all for $150. So if you look hard enough, you will find them. I actually own 2 myself.
Yeah, and you'll the internet service is not going away anytime soon for the Wii U, so you have plenty of time to download all those games that I talked about in that video. Riley, yeah, Steelbook. The only Steelbook you have is the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 one. Well, you know, that's a good one to have because that is a solid game. I need to dive into it more. A lot of times the YouTube channel has been sucking away a lot of my time because even when I'm not doing videos, I'm kind of pushing the channel on other platforms. I want to know more about the online service. It's an excellent price. Agreed. Here was one of the comments. I actually screenshot it. I took screenshots. Now I have to pay for this and PS Plus. Both are like $300 consoles, and I have to pay extra to use my own internet. And then someone replied, "You have servers at home?" ? So that kind of sums it up. We're paying. We're not really paying to use our internet. We're paying to use Nintendo's servers. We're paying to use their servers. And honestly, you don't have to pay to use both PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. You just don't have to pay anything. No one's like saying you have to pay. Now, if you want to play Splatoon, the core Splatoon game, then yeah, you do have to pay. But even Mario Kart 8, you don't have to pay to play Mario Kart 8. Now, you do have to pay to play their online services, and but you can play the straight up Mario Kart 8 core game without paying a dime for the online service. And you might be, well, we didn't have to pay for Mario Kart online service on the Super Nintendo or N64 GameCube. Well, you're right, because there was no online gameplay. You just got the game, the $60 you paid for. Nintendo's saying if you want more game for your $60, or if they're saying you want more than the $60 you paid for, then yes, you do have to pay to use their servers. That's how I feel about it.
But it's just, I think a lot of people are just having this misconception that once the online service comes on, that all of their games are suddenly going to be cut off. Like somehow the online service is going to cut off them playing Shovel Knight or something like that has absolutely no online play.
Yeah, there's like tons of stuff that won't have anything. And if it's a free-to-play game, like Pokemon, what is that? That boxy one? Is it Quest? Pokemon Quest? Quest? Yeah. Fortnite? Fallout Shelter, if it's a Paladins, those games actually don't require you to have Nintendo's online service. Those services are still going to be free. Nope. And I think I would have been okay if they did, but I'm actually happy that they're not, because it's kind of like how I thought about Nintendo or PS4 not allowing crossplay with a game like Fortnite. Well, it's like, well, I mean, you didn't make this game. You didn't make it free to play. You didn't do all this. This is totally separate. Just be glad they're getting people on your system to play. Because if you're on the system, then if you want to be more attracted to a system, because the more attracted you are to a system, if this is my Fortnite system, then I'll probably buy more games on that system. And so, yeah, if it's a free-to-play game or something like that, you don't need to have it. And Mario Kart, all the tracks, everything is free up until the point you want to battle someone online, because now you are renting the servers. Nintendo has to pay money at that point to allow you to play online, to allow you your extra fun. And that's why that game. Now, I think for parents' sakes, they should have on a game like Splatoon, which is, I mean, I don't care, Octopath expansion, or not Octopath, the Octo expansion pack for Splatoon, I don't care. Splatoon is definitely a multiplayer game. I feel Nintendo should straight up put some kind of warning to parents, you must have the online service to play this game. I agree on that one.
Yeah.
But every other game,
I think they're going to probably start reprinting the game covers where they have online service required on the front. I think they're going to definally do that. But
hang on one
second.
second.
Heard nobody even bring that point up.
Hang on one second. Riley, thanks for joining us today. Catch the rest of the show later at your convenience. We do leave these up, everybody, on YouTube. So I'll probably put a little subsection, like and my video for our podcast. Good having you. Thanks for joining us and bringing your personality to the conversation. Go on.
Thank you, Riley.
What were you saying?
I think they're definitely like you know back in the day when we would have the games come out and they would have like a paper inside the case that was obviously reprinted when they used to do it with the GameCube saying player's choice or something like that. I think they're going to reprint them like with Splatoon and Mario Kart and whatever the other ones are that have the online that say online service required. But I've never actually heard anybody bring up that factor about like, oh, these kids are going to buy these Switches and then they're not going to know why they can't play online or something like that. I don't know. I've never heard that point.
Yeah, I mean, and we live in a culture where the kids are probably more in tune than the parents. And worst case scenario, you can return it. Or I'm sure Nintendo would do something about it. I wish they would make an option to buy online service for specific Wii U games that I have lost. Yeah, it would be nice if you could back up your games. I think if you're talking about like you have a digital game that you bought and then you lost it, if it's tied to your account, if you call Nintendo, they can actually send you a code and they'll give you your game back. So if it's tied to your account. Now, if you delete your account or you change your account, then no, you can't get anything. But that's about it. And if it's a physical game, you're out of luck. There's no way to prove that. Random thought: Nintendo has a bunch of games for gold points this month. Oh, does it? I'll need to see. I need to use my gold points. It's hard to use my gold points. That's one thing I felt that I don't like. I almost wish Nintendo would. I get it. I don't want to like. It's like a gift horse looking it in the mouth. The gold points are like just worthless to me almost. They're worth like a penny, and I get it. It's like $5 off if you buy enough games. But to me, it's almost like Nintendo inviting themselves to be made fun of, and it's probably because I feel a little like I got spoiled. I'm not gonna lie, I got spoiled by the old Club Nintendo. That old Club Nintendo was just like obnoxiously cool. It was so awesome. You get the best prizes and stuff. The online play got shut down. I gotcha. But, so that's why I feel like the gold points are kind of like, it's almost like not even worth it. Unless you're giving away free games. If you give away a free game, then fine, whatever. Yeah, that does suck. Online gameplay getting shut down. I know the Wii eShop got shut down recently. The DSi shop got shut down last year. Devil's Third, a game that did not have a lot of commercial success. I guess it got shut down. I didn't know. I remember when the Wii Mario Kart game got shut down. A lot of people were sad about that. And, unfortunately, JR Magician, just more of your games on the Wii U will be getting shut down, probably. Yeah. I bet online service. Nintendo said the Wii U online service is going to stay free, but I wouldn't be surprised if they shut it down in like 2 years.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I mean, it's just the life cycle of a game system anyway. I'm surprised it's still running at this point. But I heard the other thing. Sorry.
No, just go on.
But the other thing that I think is probably the best part of the online service is the cloud saves.
Yeah.
So actually, that's going to kind of eliminate what like I was saying. If they do have the download thing with Smash, they might just so you can back up some stuff over here and not have to deal with it. So that'll probably eliminate that.
Yeah, I will counterpoint that. I mean, cloud saves are available. I mean, maybe not even cloud save, but the ability to back up your saves are available for free on other consoles. So I can see that point right there. It's like, I gotta pay for my saves. I mean, in all honesty, I come from a day where the cartridges, their batteries could die. They didn't for your saves, so or you had like you lose your physical disc, it's gone forever. You know, someone steps on your cartridge, it's gone. Your mom throws your cartridge in the wash, it's gone. So I come from that day. So like to me, these saves don't really like. I still remember losing everything. You know.
Yeah, very true.
But I do. That is a point where it's like it's really cool. I'm glad we're getting the cloud save. But That's the only point I could see people kind of sort of complaining about in regards to this, because again, here was one thing. Fans. This is the fans talking. We want better online service, classic games, and cloud backups. Nintendo. Sure, we really didn't want to do cloud saves, but here's everything you wanted for a third the price of Xbox and PlayStation. Fans. Why should we have to pay to use your servers? It's not like servers cost money or anything. Nintendo. But it's literally everything you asked for and cheaper. Fans. Ah!
Yeah, I saw that exact comment.
And I kind of see it. Really enjoyed the podcast, but I have to go to work. Hey, GamerCat, thank you for joining us. We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we appreciate you coming by. If you want to check out the rest of the show, we'll probably be going another hour. Feel free to stop by the channel whenever, wherever. Have a great day. But yeah, I just feel the toxicity of these people. It's just like, wow, dude, relax. Like, I remember it seemed like, is it because the Switch is so popular now that the toxic people are coming aboard? It seemed like with the Wii U, not really, and even the Wii, like whenever I would talk about it with people, we were all just like happy. But now it seems like it's just like, oh.
I don't know, back with the Wii U, I figured it was really divisive. Like, there was either people that really liked Nintendo and said the Wii U was awesome, or was kind of fans of Nintendo and thought that the Wii U was absolute trash. But, I mean,
but they didn't buy it.
I'm a Wii U fan, and I think it wasn't the greatest thing ever either. But, I don't know. I mean, I think more or less people are probably jealous that this is actually succeeding. So, or not even understanding it.
Or maybe it's just the culture we're in nowadays. I don't even know. It's because the internet has conditioned people for instant gratification. I definitely agree with that on so many fronts. Yeah. So
yeah, definitely.
It sucks. We'll have to hear
it. The other thing I was going to bring up is on the basis of the toxic gamers and toxic fanboys in general like that. Like the video game for the Xbox and PS4 came out called We Happy Few. That game has been in production for I don't even know how long. It was a Kickstarter, and it honestly is a really fun game. It's not as polished as it could be. I'm not even going to lie, but there's either people, again, fans of it that think it's really neat, or this game's been out for so long on game preview and it's so bad now. Like, have you even played it?
Oh, did they
honestly sat there and actually gave it a try before you gave it I just don't understand that.
Did people No Man's Sky it where the expectations got too high?
Basically, yeah. But I mean, that is a good analogy for it. But within the fact of No Man's Sky, they promised so many things that just didn't deliver. I've been playing the game for a couple hours last night and this morning before we jumped on. It's a really amusing game. But yeah, I mean, graphically, it's really nice. I mean, it feels a tad on the clunky side when it comes to controls. But coming from a Kickstarter campaign and getting to where it is today, yeah, it may have taken a long time, but I think it's still really neat. But that's not even the only thing. Like back when Duke Nukem Forever came out, that game did not do well. I thought it was great just because I like that old style kind of shooter like that. But I could be biased on that aspect. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's hard to say when you love a franchise so much, because sometimes a franchise, it doesn't know when to evolve, but because it doesn't evolve, certain people are glad. I mean, there are people who probably, maybe there's only 5 of them, but probably don't like Breath of the Wild because it evolved too much.
I heard plenty of people complaining about Breath of the Wild, saying it's too far off the original Zelda game. I like the. The funny thing is, most people say, "Oh, I don't like when a game's so linear. This is so linear. I don't like this." But then when they give you Breath of the Wild, it's like open, have fun. Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, this is too open."
Yeah. Back to No Man's Sky. I want to say this. Now, I don't have No Man's Sky. It's not on the Switch, and I pretty much only play the Switch and maybe some tablet games, Android games. But I hear No Man's Sky has actually delivered finally. Like
Yes,
three years later, they finally delivered, and so I want to give shout out and props. I can't endorse the game personally, but people that I follow have started to say that it is finally the game that they promised. So don't if I look like I was like bad mouthing it, I don't want to right now. Just go look at someone else's review of it from this day, not from 3 years ago. Look at it from this day, because I hear that No Man's Sky has delivered, and I give props to those developers for, I mean, when you have everybody's money and nobody can do anything about it, but then you say, you know what? Let's spend this money to make it the game that they spent their money on. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. And I would definitely give that publisher another chance.
I would definitely give them props. I mean, in my opinion, I thought No Man's Sky, when it originally came out, was a awesome idea for a game. But yeah, it didn't really deliver the way that they said it was going to. Now that they have the No Man's Sky Next, I think is called, it got a complete graphical upgrade. There's the multiplayer that was never there. It just seems a lot more lively. So it's definitely a better game.
Jumping back a minute, Breath of the Wild is more similar to the original than any other games in the series. Huh? Am I cutting out? That's weird.
Yeah. Okay, say that again.
EPS 5000, Breath of the Wild is more similar to the original than any other game in the series. With the original, you can go to any dungeons in any order, except the last one. That's a good point. That is a solid point. I think Link Between Worlds as well. I know you can buy all the weapons in any order, or get any weapon in any order. I can't remember if you can go to any dungeon in any order, though.
I think
Link.
you could.
Could you? Okay, so...
Yeah.
So I think Link Between Worlds was them starting to experiment with that aspect of it.
Still my absolute favorite 3DS game. But nothing has topped that in my opinion.
Yeah, ditto. JR, yes, it is hard. You know what I felt was harder though? Link's Adventure, Zelda number 2. Oh gosh,
yeah.
That's one of my Zelda sins. I haven't beat it. And I went back. I got it on the NES Classic. I went back, and there's this part. It's like after like the second castle or palace or whatever it is that I cannot beat. I straight up, it's not even I can't beat, I can't figure it out. I'm like, and I know I figured it out like 30 years ago. Yeah, I'm old, everyone. Get over it. But I'm like, how did I do this? How did I do this? It's like this part in Zelda 2, it's just like there's this like big cliff. And I'm trying to jump up it. Wait a second.
I have to say that
I know how to do it. I remember how to do it. I have to turn into a fairy.
Now he's going to go bust out his NES to go play that now.
I remember how to do it. You have to turn into a fairy. Now the problem is, how do I turn into a fairy?
Oh.
I forgot that you could turn into a fairy, so I just had to... somehow I accessed memories from 30 years ago. And you guys saw it happen. Did you see the smoke come out of my ears?
But on the topic of Zelda, before we jump on to the next thing, on the basis...
Don't let me forget that. I figured that out, so if I I'll need to remember to look at this. I'm sorry. I'm just really excited. I've been trying to beat this board. I had to quit. My kid's 6 and 5. He's saying something like, "Why aren't you good at this game, Dad?" And I'm like, it's not that I'm not good at the game. I can't figure this out. I'm like, you quit everything.
Oh my God. Anyway, but on the style of like old style Zelda games, everyone should play It'll Do on the Switch. I have not been able to figure that game out.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking about. I was like, did I just sound like a bad dad? Because I was like, you quit everything. I meant like he quits when things are hard. You know. It's like, I always have to tell him, I'm like, the game's supposed to be hard, don't quit. I'm like, if it's not hard, it's not a challenge. Well, I don't want to play survival mode in Minecraft. I'm like, we're playing survival mode because I want to have some challenge to the game, but we'll die. I'm like, who cares if we die? But I don't want to die. Who cares? We die, we start over. So, I'm not trying to I don't want to sound like a bad dad, so I have no idea what you said. I just want him to have... We don't, like, we spoon feed the next generation already. They gotta have challenges.
True. Very true.
Okay, so go on. Go on. I won't interrupt you yet.
When it
I
comes
might
to
interrupt you.
JR
I'm interrupting you. Go on.
It's okay. JR brought up the thing about the original Zelda being really hard. I think that It'll Do 2 game on the Switch, it's kind of like a clone of the OG Zelda. I think that game is really, really hard. I can't figure it out.
Really?
Yeah, I
It'll
have a
Do
hard
2.
time with that game.
Yeah, It'll Do too. It's yeah, it is a clone. I think it's more of a clone of Link to the Past, but you know, Link to the Past is kind of like almost exactly like the Zelda 1. I know that Wii U actually has a digital only of It'll Do, the first one, and then It'll Do 2 came out on the Switch. I played the first one. I felt the first one, I didn't get too far into it, so maybe it was just too easy to begin with, so I just stopped. And then It'll Do 2 came out, and because I had kind of a thought process of it being too easy as number 1, I just didn't play number 2. I kept it sealed.
True.
I bought it, though, because I tend to buy a lot of the clones of the Zelda games. Stuff that was, like, not even, like, inspired by, but just, like, we made a Zelda game because we like Zelda.
But moving on to the next thing. I just want to bring that up.
What is the next thing? Did you hear about IGN? That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I had watched. I was trying to. I was actually thinking about buying Dead Cells, and then I found that Boomstick Gaming guy, and I typed in Dead Cells review. I'm like, wait, IGN stole that? Question mark.
So you actually went to Boomstick Gaming first, and then IGN?
Well, no. Well, I typed in Dead Cells review on YouTube because that's how I always just find them, and then that was the first thing that showed up, probably because he was getting massive views just because of that.
Oh yeah,
it's really hard to tell, or not to tell, that it was very, very similar comparison, if not exactly the same. Like there was no reason to do that.
With how many views and subs that guy got because of their plagiarism, IGN, you can never plagiarize me. Okay? Just don't do it, IGN.
Just at this point, they should just hire the guy, because he actually, like, the Boomstick Gaming's video, he had a really good review of it. It was very articulate, had like very good explanations of everything. So I don't know. I mean, it was just very annoying that they even did that to him. But he got a lot of subs out of it, so it's probably a win-win for him at this point.
I should just start plagiarizing everyone so people can blame me for plagiarizing and get views. Actually, I guess plagiarizing is the kiss of death. That guy's done. Yeah, I don't know why he did it. I mean, I guess I know why he did it. He was probably just overworked, underpaid, and decided to do it. I mean, it's a slight chance that he read. I mean, for all we know, the guy, I don't think this because, you know, it's just usually the most obvious, like, scenario is the real scenario. Usually there's not some giant evil scheme or some giant plot twist. But there's a chance, who knows, maybe the guy has a photogenic memory that he actually watched a bunch of reviews. Because I do that. I'll, like, when I want to do a review on something, especially because I'm very self-conscious about them, I'll watch other people's reviews and then kind of do my own. And then, for all I know, maybe I'm stealing a line or two from them. But maybe as a photographic memory, looked at a review, and then just typed it up. I doubt that. I bet he just plagiarized because he probably overworked, underpaid, and was like, screw this. I have a deadline. Let me just... He should have been smart about it. I mean, any high schooler knows how to, like, rework a stolen book report. You know, you gotta change some words and stuff.
But it's good on IGN, though, because they took the review down like almost immediately, I think. Yeah. And then they released a video of an apology, and then they also re-released the review of Dead Cells. So it's good on them. They nipped it in the butt. They handled it. But yeah, like JR just said, controversy is the best form of advertising. I think Boomstick Gaming's channel is blowing up now thanks to that.
Oh, yeah. He's probably... I mean, what's he at now? I mean, like, that was awesome. Great.
But honestly, I watched a couple more of his videos after that. He's a really good guy, so I would advise everybody to definitely go check him out too.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of his stuff. I've just been super busy this week, but I heard about all that, and it's a shame. It's a shame though, because I don't wish ill on anyone. And you know, we all make mistakes. As long as it's not some like really stupid mistake, like, you know, drunk driving and kill someone, then, you know, the dude just made a dumb mistake that he didn't think he'd get caught. and he did. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for that guy, but also in the same aspect, you do the crime, you do the time. Consequences happen, and
Exactly.
And Boomstick Gaming, from what I hear, he had no ill will. He didn't even want the guy fired, but they had to fire him. IGN had to fire him. You don't forgive that. You just can't.
Yeah.
The guy,
I mean, all Boomstick did was just put a comparison of the IGN's video and his next to each other and played them, and just said, "What do I do?"
Yeah.
Send it out to YouTube, and then it happened. So he didn't do anything.
And I am glad IGN. I've heard pros and cons about IGN. I'm glad they decided to take action, because a lot of times companies, they instantly go on the defensive and say, no, that was ours. And then they lie to cover up, and then then at the end of the day, they end up quietly firing the guy, releasing the guy, and then they make some excuse, and then we're all like, yeah, we know what happened. Why don't you just tell us the truth? So IGN was just really straightforward. They did right. Everybody did right in this situation, I feel, with the exception of the guy who actually started the problem. Again, I wish him well, but, if I was I have a YouTube channel, I'd be pissed if someone stole my stuff. Just give me credit. I just want credit. I tried to, send out that Smash Brothers rumor to people, and I just said, hey, just throw my channel a bone. I don't even, just, if IGN would have just said, I bet if that guy would have called Boomstick and said, hey, can I just use some of your stuff? And then he had just done it. Well, I bet IGN wouldn't have let him do that, so never mind. Whatever. IGN did right. Everyone did right. It's just an unfortunate situation and an unfortunate decision.
Yeah, and JR just mentioned this. It does seem though that the firing is firing someone is the only form of punishment that the internet seems to want. Well, he got crucified too.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows him as being a plagiarist, and so now he's probably never going to get a job in that type of thing again.
Yeah, that's the problem with this. I get what you're saying, JR, and I agree. It's like a lot of times the internet just straight up overreacts. There was switching sports, but saying the same thing. There was this video of a guy at a baseball game, within the last month or two, and they put the camera on him during the game, and you see him take the ball. A kid wanted the ball, a foul ball or something. He straight up takes the ball where the kid was about to get it, and then hands it to somebody else. And everybody's like, this evil monster. And the internet just explodes on this guy, right? And I'll admit, I was like, yeah, what a jerk thing to do. But then it comes out, somebody sitting above the guy doesn't even defend himself, but someone sitting above the guy then tweets out or texts out, that, no, this dude actually got a foul ball earlier and gave it to that same kid. And then he was getting other foul balls and just giving them away to people. The camera just happened to catch him at this bad moment. And so now everybody's like, well, we just crucified this guy. So I get what JR's saying. A lot of people just they jump the gun. However, for this instance, firing is pretty much IGN's only option. Plagiarism in journalism, that is murder. It's straight up that's almost, it's probably the worst thing you can do when it comes to journalism. And I know it's just video games. It's not we're not saving the world here, people, but it's still video game journalism. And his name's attached. The moment he did any other review, any other article, let's say, well, you're never going to do reviews again. Any other article, the dude would have been harassed, whatever. And IGN, as a reputation, doesn't want to be attached to a plagiarist. So, unfortunately, IGN did the best thing they could have done.
So, but the topic's been beaten at this point. So, I mean...
And EPS 5000, in his apology video, he mentioned people looked up his family members and harassed them too. Uncalled for.
Completely.
Called for. I don't care. Yeah, there's just no way. Wouldn't he, not even his wife, if he has a wife or parents, third cousin, best friend, no. Just don't do that. That's dumb. You're a complete moron. And it's not even worth calling that guy and harassing him. Who he did something wrong, but it's not that wrong. It'd be different if he got away with murder, but
Yeah.
you don't. There's no reason to call him even. He got punished, dealt with.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, he got crucified for it. That's all he really needs. The harassment isn't too much.
Yeah,
It's
he
just
lost
like-
a sweet
like you-
gig.
Yeah, and it's like you were saying with people harassing Sakurai over all the Smash stuff. I mean,
Oh yeah, dumb. And I did like 2 videos about why I want Waluigi in, but it's totally dumb. Like, and like go on his Twitter and say he's making fun of Sakurai or whatever. It's like, you know, you can do the memes like, Sakurai, why do you hate me? You know, that's funny. That's humor. But when it gets to the point where, you know, you're name calling and stuff, Sakurai or even this dude, uncalled for.
Mhm. Definitely.
So Doom yesterday.
Yeah, they released the trailer for Doom Eternal, which I'm personally excited for. I've always loved Doom games, even since back in the PC days. But like you were mentioning, I didn't know it was coming to the Switch. I am very excited to hear that.
And I'm going to steal this, actually, this line from Spawnwave. He's a YouTuber. Spawnwave said this. The fact that Bethesda did not make a big deal about Doom Eternal coming to the Switch is a big deal. In that they just kind of, like, assume at this point. It's like the Switch is such a great system for their games that they feel that people should just assume that it's coming to the Switch at this point. And
Valid
so,
point, yeah.
the lack of a big deal. Again, that's not my thought. That's Spawnwave's thought, but I agree with it in a sense that, yeah, that is, when you get to that point, that is a pretty big deal.
Yeah. But I'm still on the mindset of back in the Wii U days where everybody was like, should we put this on here?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm just automatically thinking it's not going to come to the Switch. And then when I hear about it, I'm like, oh, neat. So I'm going to go get that.
Yeah. So where are you going to play it on then? Or where are you going to buy it? Because
Honestly,
you have the Xbox, you have the Switch.
yeah, my Xbox is right there where the Guardian's sitting. Yeah, I'm probably going to honestly buy it on both because I like I do that a lot, actually. It's
Really?
weird. I like to be able to have the home console, and then I also like to have it on the Switch so I can take it portably. Even though
Hey, you do know that the Switch is a home console too, right?
yes, but it's the basis of me being able to take it anywhere I want. I'm actually hijacking my friend's Doom cartridge right now.
Okay, let's assume for a second, because Xbox and Nintendo are like best friends right now. But let's assume you don't get that save file or that cross save, because it might be a little. I could see them having that kind of thing going on, crossplay, but because you have to dumb down the graphics and all that stuff for the Switch, they might not. I could also see them not having it. It's a little different than using an account than it is using, you know, especially for a game like Doom Eternal. So, like, you'll still buy both versions and just play 2 campaigns of the same exact game?
Probably. I've done it before.
Really?
I
Okay,
bought
so
Crash Bandicoot on the PS4 when it first came out, and I also bought it on the Switch. So
okay, now, but there was a year difference. Let's assume they come out both on day one. And I mean, look at I have no room to talk. I cannot judge anybody when it comes to like, oh, why are you buying 2 of that? Like, I'll buy 2 of the same game that I've had forever if one has a sticker on it. You know.
yeah.
So I have no room to judge. But for me, but then I put it on a shelf and I never like touch it again, except for when I'm dusting it. But you are opening them both up to play. Why? Why don't you just like pick one?
Well, it usually ends up like this, where sometimes I'll buy one of them and then go, okay, well, I want it on this console in a few months later, so I end up buying it that way. I mean, I'm never going to buy it the same day, but I will inevitably buy them both.
EPS asked, what do you think about it lets other people enter the game as demons? I think that's cool. I think that's very cool.
They have that in the first Doom. It's a fun concept.
Okay, well then you can answer my question. I haven't not played much Doom, actually. I own it. I need to play it, but I haven't. But You said it's in the first game. Like what system?
Well, it's on the Switch,
Oh, is
on
it?
all the consoles. Yeah. So
Oh,
the
okay.
online play, I haven't really played it a lot, but I think there's like this little power up thing that you can get that turns you into specific demons, so you can go and chase after the other players.
Oh no. He's saying what this is
Uh,
it's kind of
I
like
just
the
got what
dark.
he's saying.
Yeah. Okay. So let's clarify just so I didn't well. So it's kind of like the Dark Souls type thing where you can enter into a person's campaign and then kind of just like mess them up.
That would be cool.
Now, the thing is, you have to like. I would say I think that's awesome. I love that idea. I've always loved the idea of just messing up other people's games within the world of the games. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I didn't play World of Warcraft, because I was like, so what? You just respawn after they kill you. It's like, who cares? I didn't think the punishment was enough. I wanted consequences.
Yeah.
Like kind of like Fortnite consequences.
Yeah.
And with the but human players acting as the demons would be too smart. So I hope that these demons are like, I don't know. You have to give them. They can't be as powerful, especially if you're going to be able to team up. If you can have two demons, human demons attacking a player, that have to be half the health or something. I don't know. That you have to depower them. But
I'm sure they would.
But it will still be cool because, I mean, depowered or not, a human is going to be better than a AI player in the long run, or with the creativity and stuff.
And I agree with JR's comment there that new Commander Keen game, I actually forgot about that. I used to play that on my PC a long time ago.
I don't know what Commander Keen is. What is that?
It's like an old ID property. It's hard to explain. You'd have to look it up. There's actually in the old Doom games, there's Easter eggs. If you see there's parts of like the Doom game where you'd see like heads on pikes, and if you see there's a little boy's head with a yellow helmet on, that's Commander Keen. It's an old game that ID used to make.
What's the plot of it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't really remember. It's been so many years since I played it. I just remember that it was a really cool game.
Is it a first-person shooter?
I think it was side-scrolling of some sort. It's been so long that I want to look it up.
Huh. And Bethesda owns it?
I'm pretty sure they do if they have a hold of ID and all their stuff now.
Okay. I'd be interested, I guess. Right now, Bethesda seems to be space-themed, classic game, out before Doom. Bethesda seems to be my favorite publisher right now. And I'm not even really playing a lot of their games, but they seem to have the best stuff on the horizon. Fallout, Rockstar would probably be good with Red Dead coming out. I'm gonna miss that sorely on the Switch, especially Red Dead 2 looks so crazy good.
Well, yeah, that looks fantastic.
Unfortunately, I won't be playing that one, so I'll be the kid in the window looking at it. One of the few IPs that I really, really enjoy. Valkyria Chronicles came out, the demo. Have you played that?
No, I have not.
You should. That game, Boy Genius, who makes his own rocket ship. Gotcha. Valkyria Chronicles is a turn-based, live-action strategy RPG, and it's really fun. The first one was it's kind of like an alternate universe, and it's an alternate universe World War II setting, and that was where the first one was. It was a PS3 exclusive. It's by Sega, and the game it got excellent reviews, but never took off. Okay, so then it came out on the PSP. Again, really good game, but it didn't take off. But I guess the Japanese people actually liked it enough, because the third one then comes out only on the PSP in Japan. So I never played that one. And then the fourth one is coming out on all systems. So I'm really happy about that, because I really wanted to take off. Now, the fourth one, though, it's weird because the second one takes place after the first one. But
Okay.
the third one, I don't know when it takes place. The fourth one is taking place during the first one, but a different campaign. Because, like I said, it's World War II, so, you have, like, people fighting over here, people fighting over there. And, like I said, it's not World War... I mean, there's magical elements to the game. There's steampunk elements to the game. So, like I said, it's an alternate universe. It's not like, well, what if the Nazis took over? There aren't even Nazis in this game. However, you can tell who are kind of the Nazi-esque characters. Not in so much doing the... I mean, they're not, like, doing stuff like the Holocaust, but they're still horrible people, And you can tell which one those are. And it's just a really solid game. I really enjoyed it. By far my favorite IP that is not Nintendo. Or, well, hard to say. Like, is it better than Red Dead? I don't know. Is it better than Fallout? I don't know. I guess it's your gameplay. But definitely my favorite RPG that's not Nintendo. And
True.
I highly recommend it. There are collector's editions out there for it, so if you do want, I think there's a steelbook. We were talking about steelbooks earlier. If you want to get this game, you definitely should buy it now, in fear that it might become one of those. Oh yeah, this game's awesome. I never understood it, and it seems like right now any game on the Switch has high potential of being a good game if it just even has a little bit of content that is quality.
True. Yeah, very true.
And, but what I was getting at is there's a demo right now, so I recommend everybody play the demo.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to look that up then. It sounds very interesting. I've always liked stuff about World War II.
Awesome game. And do you have a PS4?
Yes.
If you want, there is the PS4 has an edition out for Valkyrie Chronicles 1. I definitely recommend playing number 1. Seems like number 2 and number 3 are going to kind of go to the wayside, and I kind of wish that Sega would have just kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say reboot the series, but numbered it something different than 4.
Valid. Yeah.
But then again, they named Fallout 3, and it still was successful. Because I always thought they should have just, before it came out, I thought they should have just kind of repackaged it so it was like Fallout New Donk City or something like that. Not having to name it.
My God. that put a funny image in my head. Freaking New Donk City. That's great. Man. Anyway.
So what else we got going on? We almost didn't do today. I have to work later on. I don't want to work, but I have to. Octopath is like crazy. It's like crazy sales. Over 1 million. And that's like, they would be selling more, but they ran out of stock. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I'm not surprised actually. It's a fun game. I kind of dropped off when Flipping Death came out. But yeah, I'm still playing it. I don't get into RPGs as quick as most people, but it's definitely a great game.
I think most people don't get into RPGs as quick as most people. It just seems like, especially that's why it's such a big deal. The JRPG is like on fire because it just never does.
True.
I played the demo for Valkyrie Chronicles 4 and didn't like it. EPS 5000, I'm a little surprised by that. I really enjoyed the game. I have not actually played the demo, but I heard it was going back to its roots. So I will play the demo, and I'll probably, if it's like the first game, then it took me a minute to get used to it. So I don't know how long the demo is, but I'm assuming it's enough for you to figure out if you like it or not. But I'll probably do a review of it, so maybe I'll change your mind, make you give it another chance. But we'll see. If not, it wasn't a success for a reason, so maybe that's the reason. But I personally love the game. But what were you saying about Octopath?
No, just the fact that it's definitely a solid game. I haven't played a lot of it, but I agree with everybody's opinion on it. It's definitely a good game.
Yeah, JRPGs just aren't that successful. That's why the Persona series was such a big deal when they hit 2 million, because no one just expects it to be successful. But Octopath is JRPG apparently. I don't know why. I thought it had to be. I don't. It doesn't seem like it's a JRPG to me. Just it seems like an old school RPG.
I think it's probably just because of the fact that I mean, it was made by a Japanese company.
No,
Stuff like that,
I mean
or even
Final
having
Fantasy. Final Fantasy isn't considered JRPG.
Thought it was. I have no idea.
To me, JRPG it's almost like you can tell there's like it's just Japanese. It's almost like this unspoken, like almost profiling type of game where it's like, yeah, that's JRPG, and that's not. It's almost like, yeah, only Japan and the real nerds are gonna like this one. That's JRPG.
True. But JR just said, have either of us hooked up a 1 terabyte hard drive to a Wii U? I have not. I'm not even sure if it works.
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing I've ever put in was a memory card.
I have, and I've actually even played, I wanted to back up my Wii U, so I just put everything on it. And then one time I wanted to play one of the games that were on it, because I had, I don't know, I had, Darksiders or something downloaded on it, and I plugged it back in, and I played it. It played fine. So that's pretty much it. And it was a 1 terabyte. Let me see. I actually have it right here.
While he looks for that hard drive. Yeah. Yes, there's cord you can buy for a few bucks. It negates the external power source. Huh. Okay. Yes, I actually never knew that.
I didn't know
Although
that either.
there's these new age backup hard drives for the I almost said Super Nintendo, Xbox and PS4. That's literally just a little hard drive with a USB cable. You just plug it in. I got it for one of my friends for his birthday.
Yeah, this is my Wii U hard drive extra. If I ever want to play, I haven't played it in a while, but I bought it, and yeah, I have all my backups on here. Well, like a backup from a year ago, and I have a bunch of games on here as well. Pretty easy to do. And what you're talking about, Devin, I think, is something like this. This is better. This is also a terabyte. This is probably 2 terabytes. These are insane right now. Actually insane. I come from a time, way back when I was your age, Devin, I was trying to get a web comedy. I was writing a web comedy, and I had to film it, direct it, edit it, all this stuff myself, and I would have to put it on hard drives. These hard drives would cost me $300 at the time. I had to buy 10 of them. I spent $3 G's, and I didn't have the money. I was working at Chili's, and I didn't even want to work there. And so now when I see a 2 terabyte drive this small selling for $60, it just blows my mind. Just absolutely blows my mind.
Technology's a harsh mistress.
Oh man. And so but yeah, and this version right here, you gotta be a little careful with, because these are the big clunky ones that you drop, they're dead. This one you can drop probably 5 times. I'm not recommending it, and they'll survive. And what do I have on this? I think this is just my backup for my computer. Victor, thank you. We like that you like our channel. Appreciate it. I have a lot of other videos. This isn't just a podcast channel. We have probably about 27 more minutes. We ended at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We don't... we do the podcast every Saturday at 11 Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. And then I have videos throughout the week. Devin eventually will be getting his channel up and running, and we will go from there. You can check me out on Instagram as well. I hooked up my 8 terabyte drive to my PS4, largest HD hard drive I've ever bought. Yeah, 8 terabytes. That, like I said,
especially with the...
10 years ago, no way. Or that would have cost probably 5 G's. 5 G's easy. 8 terabytes on one drive.
Freaking, especially with the PS4, I have problems where I have the 500 gig one. If I look at that thing wrong, it's full. And I'm one of the ones, I'm not sure, I haven't heard about it in a while, but I still have PT on my PS4, and I refuse to delete it.
What's PT?
It was the playable trailer for the Silent Hill game that got canceled. That was absolutely fantastic, and I'm a big fan of that game because it was probably one of the scariest things I've ever played. If you look up videos about it, you'll see.
He paid $120 for an 8 terabyte drive on Black Friday.
Good on you for that price.
Dang, dude, dang! I bought so many terabyte drives. And then that web comedy. I don't even have it anymore. The person that it's like you can find 2 episodes maybe if you look hard enough online. I was so very bitter about that whole time in my life. But it did allow me, if I wouldn't have done that, it did allow me to be able to do all of this stuff. I'm not the best at it, but I can fumble my way through setting up a podcast, getting a YouTube channel started, and stuff like that. But 120, wow, 120, 8 terabytes. My only fear with having something too big, like an 8 terabyte, like what if I fill it up and then I drop it, or water gets on it? So I'm just afraid. I'd have to buy 2 8 terabyte drives and fill them, like just copy them. That's the only way I could do something like that. But that's awesome. Oh, we are lagging right now. Why are we lagging? On my end, did you lag?
I'm not seeing it, and I also have the feed open at the moment.
All right, well, whatever. If we lag now, okay, you looking right now? Did you see any lag? I thought I saw some lag. Let me know, everyone, if you're online right now, if you're watching, let me know if you see some lag. I want to see. Just say lag, because if there's lag, I'm gonna have to like stop the feed or something because lag will kill, something like this.
JR says no lag here, so maybe it was just a little hiccup.
Must be on my end. So whatever. If you see lag, let me know because I don't even see JR's comment. So wow.
Yeah, I got the comments open on my phone. Victor also said no lag, so I think we're fine. Maybe it's just a small hiccup.
Okay, must be on my end. Yeah, now I'm seeing the no lags and stuff. I paid about that much for a 2 terabyte drive 5 years ago. Maybe then my terabyte story it comes from like 12 or so years ago. Let's see, I'm 38. Yeah, I was probably about 27, 28 when I was doing it. So, but 5 years, whatever. Yeah, let me know if there is lag though. But oh man, I would be afraid of dropping my terabyte drive. But
yeah. But that's the whole reason why I'm scared to do anything with my PS4 is because that game was taken off, and because when it was canceled, it was taken off the shop on the PS4. And now, well, at least a while ago, people were selling PS4s with that game still on it for upwards of $600 to $700.
Really?
Yeah, and it was this really nondescript trailer. You just downloaded it. It was called PT. No one knew really what it was until you get through it. But it was really hard to get through it. And
why don't you sell it?
Up there with the scariest thing I've ever played.
Why don't you sell it? Sell it.
I like the game too much. I would never see it again.
Yeah, well, you can always download a ROM if those exist in a year or two. That's the other big news coming out. Nintendo sued a ROM company, and then
Paradise, I think it was.
No, is that who they sued? They sued somebody.
I don't know. It was one of them. One of the websites that went down.
Yeah, they sued somebody, and then the biggest one, which I think is MU Paradise, shut down. Any plans to do a stream while playing Fortnite or something similar with subscribers? I need to. Devin here is actually the Fortnite aficionado. I am not that good at Fortnite, so I don't think you'd want to watch me.
Neither am I by any means. I'm the type of person that lands as far as I can to the end of the island, so I stay away from people, and then I slowly move in. I'm ending games in I'm ending games in top 5, but I'm only getting like maybe 2 to 3 kills.
Yeah, I'm not even getting that. Like I've killed 2 people in that game. Like seriously, and one time it was with a pickaxe.
That's hard to do.
It is, but I'm like, put me in like a no holds barred, no weapons game, and I could probably win. But like, yeah, I was just like completely obliterated. So I don't think you'd want to watch me play Fortnite. However, I do want to do some streaming when Smash Brothers come out. I'm not even joking. I'm probably gonna do a Friday night or a Tuesday night stream. I don't know which one it's gonna be. actually probably Tuesday night. Now that I think about it, I might do 2 nights. I am going to like. I want to be the best average player in the world.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers.
I can't wait. December 7th can't come any faster.
Dude, it can't. Like, if I could sleep. Didn't that Cartman do that in, like, an episode when the Wii
He
Wii came out?
cryo-freezed himself to wait for the new Nintendo console to come out, I think it was, in the show.
Yeah, so... like...
I think it was when the Wii came out.
I want to do that. Yeah, it was the Wii. I want to do that. I want to cryo-freeze myself. Or just, like, go into the future. Actually, if I could, I'd just go into the past and buy a bunch of stuff. And then come back and sell it on eBay and stuff. EPS 5000, yeah, love ROMs, love retro sites. Yeah, sorry, buddy, you're, Nintendo's targeting them. It does kind of suck, because I understand why Nintendo's doing it, and they're definitely within their rights. And I can even, like, there's a couple points that people haven't brought up, like, well, let's just say, for example, not Balloon Fight even. Let's say, for example, Mother 3. It's like, Mother 3 can't be bought anywhere. So, you kind of have to get a ROM for Mother 3.
Yeah.
So, if Nintendo's not going to give us Mother 3, then I'm going to go get it one way or another. So, I understand that. But, on a flip side, by Nintendo not giving us Mother 3, they're creating this huge desire for it. So, if they eventually want to release it on the Nintendo Switch, like, what if they did a 3-pack of Mother? That would be insane. Everyone would want it. And because they didn't release that or let anyone have ROMs, they created, in essence, a market, or it was a desire for it. Now, on the flip side, I have ROMs. I do. I have ROMs.
Yeah, so I think the big thing behind it is because of this. The ROMs have been out for years. All of a sudden, these things start showing up on the market, and then they want to start suing those companies. I mean, just like you said, it makes sense, but...
like, for example, there are 3 Zelda games that nobody knows about. Do you know about the satellite Zelda games?
No.
Exactly. So, in the 90s, with the Super Famicom, I say Famicom because it was only in Japan, you could get a satellite edition to your console. And this satellite edition actually was online gameplay in the 90s. 95 online gameplay. There was a satellite company that for 1 hour a day would broadcast certain games. And they would have live voice actors. And
what?
Yeah. And there were 3 Zelda games that came out. They're called the BS Zelda games at this point. And those games could only be played on the Nintendo Famicom satellite for 1 hour, 2 hours a week. That was it. And these games, actually, I should do a video on it.
Yeah, please do.
These games were, they would actually take place after Link to the Past. Or they would be different versions of the original Zelda game. And all this stuff. And to play that, people had to go, data miners had to go and find people that actually had that system. And all the games were downloaded to memory cards. So if you didn't erase the memory cards, giant memory cards, not like the memory cards that we have today. And you would have to, people went and they pieced together as much as they could of these video games. The only way to get it, ROMs. And I know it, yep, BS Zelda. The only way to get it were ROMs. I bought the ROMs because I wanted to play that. And it's not canon, it's barely ever even mentioned, but it is what it is. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, Nintendo's totally in their rights and I'm glad they're doing it because I got what I want. The fact of the matter is, I wanted something, I could only get it on a ROM, I went and bought a ROM.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. So, I don't know. It sucks. I don't generally play games. Like, I want to play Mother 3, but I'm not buying it on a ROM. I'm just not gonna. I'm hoping that Nintendo will eventually release it on a ROM, though. But I do understand why Nintendo is doing it, because when you take off I don't know, Soul Calibur. When you don't allow people to get the Soul Calibur with Link on a ROM, you're creating a desire for it. So when they have their online service come out, if that game is on it, you're like, oh yeah, I played that game 20 years ago, and I can play it now. So there's both sides of the fence. I'm very, I'm taking the politician standpoint again of, you know.
Yeah.
I'm even more politician in this one because I'm a little crooked. I've actually downloaded some of the ROMs, or got some of the ROMs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I call it satellite, but it's how do you pronounce that? Satellaview. Yeah, Satellaview. I wish they had released the Mother trilogy in the US. Yeah, so do I. Let me go back a couple. Love ROMs. I want to go to Nintendo World Championship so bad. The last one was all games that I had been playing for that last year, except for a Pokken Tournament. Yeah. Could you imagine
that game? I bought that on the Switch, and
my wife actually liked that game on the Wii U. Interesting enough, and I wanted to buy it for her, but she's such a casual that I was like, let's get it. She's like, no one wants to play with me. I'm like, just play by yourself. She's like, nah, because I've been just waiting for. I've been so much waiting for the Smash Brothers that I've also not been playing any fighting games.
Yeah, me too. I had Brawlout from when it first came out, and I tried playing that. It's a amusing game, but it's definitely not as good as Smash. I mean, it's just a blatant clone is all it is, really.
You want to know something? It's funny you say that. I was watching I don't know what happened to my computer, but it just might have died. So you keep track of all the comments. I was watching Beat 'em Ups. It's a YouTube channel. I
think I know the video you're about to mention.
I have mixed feelings on Beat 'em Ups at this point. At one point, he was my favorite, and not so much anymore. Not really because he's changed, but just because I think I like Spawn Wave's information better. But he's still an entertaining channel for sure. And he did a video where it's like, what games don't you want to buy on the Wii U or the Switch? What games should you stay away from? And he actually said, stay away from Brawlout. And he was like, not because it's a bad game. He's like, just because Smash Brothers is right around the corner. And I thought that was interesting because he's literally saying it's a decent game, but still stay away from it.
It is a decent game. I think he's more or less not saying don't buy it, but he's probably saying don't spend the money when you can wait for 2 months or however many months it is until December, I forget, and get Smash, which we all like, you know. I mean, I think that was his only point. But one of the comments says, a friend of mine was part of the Nintendo Championship, so you could probably get him on the show. I think that'd be an interesting thing. How far did they get in the championship, BF? So I would be interested to see. I've only ever watched the videos of those.
BF, are you subscribed? You're subscribed, I'm assuming, to this channel, but are you on the Facebook Move Over Kids? Because if you could, go to the Facebook. It's Facebook Gaming. It's the only social media platform. Or wait, not Facebook Gaming. I mean, it's Move Over Kids Gaming is the URL. It's the only one that actually has gaming. Everything else is usually Move Over Kids. You can go to Instagram too. Message me if you could there, because I would like to talk to that guy. Maybe not even on the podcast, or maybe on the podcast, but I would definitely like to. I want to do more interviews, but I'm having a hard time getting guests because it's just difficult.
And now Victor is saying, wait, why do you not like beat 'em ups anymore?
Well, no, I mean, I don't. You know, I think saying not like him is a little probably strong. Strong of a word. Beat 'em ups. He's very entertaining and stuff. I just feel there's this other YouTuber called Spawn Wave, and Spawn Wave. In the beginning, I didn't like Spawn Wave because it was just all information, and Beat 'em Up seemed to try to put a little more an entertainment spin to his videos, and I was like, I like that. But now I actually like Spawn Wave the best because it's all information. So for the exact reason I didn't like Spawn Wave to begin with, I actually like him now for that. And kind of the same thing with Beat 'em Ups. I feel that he's just a little too much entertainment. I don't know. And I mean, I get it. These channels are entertaining. If you watch my videos, sometimes I go crazy. I just started my last video actually mimicking like John Cena, and then I did Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles from WWE. So there is some theatrics to my videos as well. I just I want to be careful because I don't want to say that Beat 'em Ups is a bad YouTube channel, because he's definitely a great YouTube channel, and I don't want to like whatever. But sometimes I feel like some people put out YouTube videos just to get clicks, and and I want
think that too.
It's like I don't know. I think when Beat 'em Ups is on point, he's awesome, absolutely awesome. But sometimes I think I don't know, like he did a video on do we really need a Nintendo Direct, and and I'm like, do we really need a
lot of people though?
Do we really need a video on do we need a video about Nintendo Direct? That's my thoughts on it. So I don't know. Yeah. Does that explain it? I want to be very careful. I don't want to like, eventually I want to join his crew. So I don't want to sit here, if Beat 'em Ups right now was like, do you want to do a collab? I would be like, heck yeah, I want to do a collab. You're like a legend, and he is. He's like great. But
we got a couple more comments here. BF said, I'm subscribed to your channel. You don't recognize my name. We were chatting last night. It's Will O.
Oh, yeah. I recognize. Sorry, I'm just like...
And he said, but the guy I was talking about was in the championship in the 90s. That's interesting. I would definitely want to talk
to him. That guy! Yes.
The first year they brought it back. And Victor says, I got you. And BF says, I think he lasted 2 rounds in the revived incarnation.
Yes, that's even, like, yeah, I definitely want to talk to that guy.
Yeah, me too.
So I know who you are now. I get, like, there's a lot of names, and there's a lot of name handles, so I get everyone confused. I apologize about that. But we'll talk on Facebook, because we got, let's see, we got about 9 more minutes of the show. Any requests? Anybody want to talk about something? And you look at the comments. Also, again, please, Beat 'em Ups. Great. Did I handle that right, Devin? Did I make my case? Okay.
Yes.
Woods, if you're watching, Woods, I love you, Woods.
Also, sometimes I agree with you, but yeah, I mean, besides your channel and his and Spawnwave is the only ones I really watch anymore. I mean, I like Beat 'em Up's channel, but it does seem to jump on the more theatrics than anything. But I don't know, so I like that, and I also, again, I like his backdrop that he has in his videos, where his pretty massive Nintendo and other video game related collection. I just like seeing that.
Yeah, and I used his channel a lot to, like, get me started, to be honest with you. So, like, yeah. So, Woods is a great guy. He's a great guy.
And Victor said, I like RGAT85 as well. I like his stuff too, but not as much as Beat 'em Ups.
RG85 seems like he seems like a really good friend of Spawnwave and Woods. Or Beat 'em Ups, but Beat 'em Ups and Spawnwave, they don't really cross too much. So it's kind of like RG85 is like the middleman between those two, and he's actually content-wise, he's kind of like both of them as well. He's a little more on the news side and some theatrics, but not as much as either of them. So he's kind of like in between them. And but Spawnwave, I actually reached out to Spawnwave and RGT85. I didn't hear anything back from them, and I don't blame them. I'm a nobody. I'm 500. I got like I'm about to hit. I'm probably gonna hit 600 subscribers by the end of the month. That's nobody. These guys are getting contacted all the time. I hope that one day, though, when I get like a couple thousand or people, that they'll talk to me and stuff. But my hope is to eventually get on the Spawnwave podcast. That'd be cool. He does one every Saturday night, and that would be awesome for me. That's like kind of a YouTube goal. It's good to set milestones, and that's one of them for me. But right now, I definitely don't blame them. I'm just some nobody who thinks that he can put on a camera. So.
But didn't we have a couple more things that you wanted to bring up?
My computer shut down. I don't know. So if anybody has anything, let's talk about them. I put my foot in my mouth so many times today, like saying that talking smack about other YouTube channels, yelling at my kid, and political. I think I went political for a moment.
Well, JR said Last Gamer is insane. World record holder for most video games. I'm not really sure who that is.
I've heard of him. I haven't followed. There's something I'm in the works of. I can't say it. I want to say it so bad, especially now, because you said world record. There's something I'm in the works of that I don't want to tell anybody, because if I say it, it will reveal it to someone I'm targeting. And if they try to have an arms race with me, then it will be very expensive, and I don't have the money to compete with them. So I have to kind of be sneaky about it. So if in a year from now, if I'm like referring back to something that I said on a podcast, this is it. This is the podcast. A year from now, I'm doing it. And it's not even good fun. I'm not going to be like distasteful or anything. It has actually nothing to do with YouTube. But it'll be... I'm an idiot. Sorry. Like, wow, that was interesting. You just talked like 3 minutes about something you can't talk about. Like, wow, we got a lot out of that, Ken.
It's all good. But so JR said that was the channel name. I've never heard of that. I'm actually interested to look that up now.
Yeah, I want to look that up too. Like, is he a speedrunner or is he everything? Because my friend Hunter tells me about some guys. He's like, oh yeah, this is the world fastest runner on this or that. And
I find it, speaking of speedrunning, just a random thing. When I was watching videos of people doing speedruns through Mario Maker levels, and that makes me want to jump out a window. I don't understand how people can do this.
Oh, those aren't considered speedruns. I forget what they're called, though. You know, those like impossible ones where if you even get one thing wrong.
There's people that'll go through those impossible levels, and they do a speedrun for it.
Oh,
I've seen, and it just... I can barely get through some of the levels that I've created, and I made them.
Yeah. I feel you on that. Oh, good, my computer's working again. So, oh, wait, maybe it's not. Saw a screen for a second. Man, if I lose a computer, I'm just going to tell you guys I won't be doing a video for a while.
Okay. JR says, no, he literally collects all video games, and I'm kind of like that, but when it comes to the Switch. And BF said, I can't do speedruns at all. JR says he's building the arcade room from his childhood memory right now.
What's the guy's name?
Where to go? Last Gamer?
There is a gentleman that I'm talking to. I don't want to reveal his name just yet, but I don't know if he's a U.S. citizen or not, but he works overseas a lot, and he's a correspondent to the Philippines News. And he has an insane amount of games. I don't think he would mind me telling who he is, but I'm going to not because I don't have his permission just yet. But he shows a lot of his games in a over 30s Nintendo group. And he was just showing so much that I eventually just messaged him and was like, dude, this stuff's insane. What's the deal? And he was talking to me all about it. And eventually I was like, can I do an interview with you? And the dude straight up said, I'll just, maybe, after he saw, like, I think one of my videos recently, he was like, I think he got a little more impressed when I did that Zelda video, like the Wii U Zelda video. He's like, you know what? I'll just fly you out. And I'm like, what? Like, this dude must be rich. And when he says fly me out, he said he was going to pick me up. I was like, what do you mean you're going to pick me up? He's like, oh, I'll just fly to get you. I'm like, what? To do a live interview, but he said he has to wait till his game room is complete. So I was wondering if it was that guy. I'm gonna say no because I'm afraid of flying. So I'm just gonna keep with the podcast. And then there's another guy I'm talking to. Sent me his story. He doesn't. We're talking about getting some videos. So I do have a lot of these interviews coming up that I'll do, kind of like I did with Dave Castillo, where we did about his Wii U find. But I'm going to be doing collections. Unfortunately, it's just timing, and I got to get people timed for that. But those are coming. And
Victor says, hey, he might boost... but that might boost your channel.
Yeah, probably just the interviews. Yeah, I definitely... I want to get that... I want to get that Nintendo World Championship guy. I want to do the interviews. I really want to do more interviews. And the interviews won't be like this podcast. It would be a little more confined. I would edit it down, make them look horrible, people. No, I was just kidding about that. I would just edit it down so it's probably my goal is to always go under 20, but when it comes to an interview, I'm willing to let it go to 25 minutes. But like the interview I did with the person who found the Lego game, the ultra rare modern day Holy Grail game, it actually went on an hour, and I edited it down to like 20 minutes. But that's I'm in touch with these people, and they're in the works. But you know, I got a job, they got jobs. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But we are on the 12 o'clock hour. Devin, you got anything really to add or say that we kind of didn't get to? Or
Not really.
All right.
Figured I already added in everything say for today.
Yeah, I had a blast today. Today was fun. I think this might be our best one yet. This is episode 2 on YouTube. However, me and Devin have been doing it. We kind of got some of the kinks out on Twitch. We did a couple on Twitch, so probably about 2 months worth, and they were not nearly as good. You guys talking, that makes this show. Seriously, yes, you guys added so much. We do appreciate that. Thank you. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time next week and every week to follow. If I don't see, like, I almost didn't do this week. I was able to rearrange some stuff at work. I feel that it's very important to keep on our time schedule and our commitment. So let's end the show. Thank you, everyone. Your comments, very welcomed. If, like, for instance, JR, you won a game, let me get with me on Facebook. Everyone, if we said something, let's get with each other on Facebook. Leave a comment on the gaming channel. Devin here is getting his stuff together, so eventually you'll be able to stalk him out. But feel free to hit me up wherever, whenever. I'm available. The channel will have more videos coming out this week, and it is dangerous to go alone, so please share this with a friend. Get the word out, and beat 'em ups if you're watching. Really, seriously, I'd love to do a collab with you. So, have a great day, everyone.
Have a good one, guys.
And it takes me a second, actually. You think that for editing purposes, this stuff will be out of the thing, but I know we're still on, everybody. This is just the behind the scenes part. So, no, seriously though, you guys rock. Peace out.